everybody, it's Torbjorn, huh? Did you miss me? Nice, awesome. Well, I did some adjustments. I switched over to my everyday keyboard because we're going to be playing a game today that I do not use controllers on. That's just not a thing with this, okay? Some games you just have to switch up your control style, okay? And this is not one of those where I could, like, there's certain games where I have to use mouse and keyboard, and this is one of them. So, what I did was I took the keyboard from my everyday computer, and I'm using it on my gaming computer, so that we can do this. Now, the reason why is because, well, this game is very special to me. It's my favorite game of all time. It is the first, well, the only Mass Effect trilogy. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Specifically, Mass Effect 3 is my all-time favorite game. And I know 2 is technically the best one, if you're asking my opinion. But we're going to be going through all of them this time. And by all of them, I mean, like, literally, we're going through the whole thing. Not in one recording, of course. Don't worry. I won't put you through something like that. But I did take the liberty of making my own character already, so that way you don't have to worry about that. But I will walk you through the process in case this is your first time playing a Mass Effect game. And if it is, what the hell are you doing with your life? Get out there and get it. Although the problem is it's owned by EA and BioWare, two of the worst gaming companies on the fucking planet. Both of their buildings should be burned to the ground for what they've done to the gaming industry. They should be ashamed. Fuck you. Moving on. Also, I'll make sure to put my mod list in the description for all these videos, so that way you don't have to worry about it. Because yes, I do play modded, and for a lot of reasons. A lot of the mods I have are like quality of life stuff. Like, for example, the Saren Stages mod that changes his clothing, because throughout the game he's like, oh, I got upgrades from the Geth, and you never actually see the upgrades. Like, his model is consistent the entire time, so this mod fixes that, and it makes it so that he has regular clothing at the start, and then he gradually gets more and more mechanical as the game goes on. And then I have stuff like graphics, weapons, that changes the weapon models to be more variety rather than what they are. Because honestly, in the first Mass Effect game, it's just like color swaps. Nah, that's bull. That ain't gonna fly with me. And then I have stuff for like mission timings, squad banter, just quality of life stuff. Children of Rannoch is a good one that gives the Quarians actual, alien models. But I like to keep their visors dark anyway, just for the mystery aspect of it. But anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, like I said, I already made my character, but I will walk you through the process of making one. And I believe the volume test is okay. If the volume's a little high and I need to readjust it, I'll be sure to do that in the next video. I did the best I could right now with what I had, so. Got to go through this stupid EA process. Oh yeah, you have to have the EA app to use this. EA, I wish you the worst in life. The worst possible imaginings I can think of. Okay, so. I already went through all the extra settings and all that joy. So we're just gonna literally get right into it.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
This is actually a really good way to introduce the character, because after you go through this process, you can... Admiral Hackett and Anderson... Anderson and Udina, are going through the files, going, oh, what about Shepard? So they're looking at your file as you're making, they're literally accessing, they're the ones accessing the database right now. That's freaking cool. Okay, so basically, For those who are new to the Mass Effect series, first off, I want to thank you for letting me be the one that introduces you to the series. And I will be your guide throughout. This series is probably one of the greatest gaming franchises of all time. Blah, blah, blah. It's awesome. Play it, for the love of God. Even if it's EA and BioWare, play it. Play the first 3. Screw Andromeda, and I am absolutely horrified for Mass Effect 5 because of the recent dealings with Dragon Age. I'm not confident. But anyway, so essentially what you do, you pick John or Jane Shepard. These are your flat-out defaults. No problem. But we're going to be entering a totally new ID from complete scratch. So if you don't want to worry about stuff like backgrounds or things like that or how you look, just pick one of these 2. And then existing ID comes from things that you've already saved, I believe. But this is a fresh new start. So, and then if you want to go quick start male and female, just pick these. Easy. But we're going flat out custom. We're customizing everything.
Please log in to access your profile.
Torbjorn! Wait. Wait. Torbjorn, huh? Damn it. Alright, cool. Uh-oh.
Warning. Data corruption detected.
Uh-oh.
Please reconstruct profile.
We are infected. Virus detected.
Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so here, these actually have a little bit of change in the story, I would say. So what happens is these will have very minor missions and or lore droppings throughout the game series. So for example, if you pick a spacer, you were born on a ship or on a colony or whatever. You've lived in space your whole life. Your parents were in the military also, and you just kept hopping ships with them wherever they were posting. If they were at a military base, you would go there. If they were on a dreadnought, you would go there, blah, blah, blah. In the, I want to say the 3rd game, if you have the spacer background, you can actually call your mom and talk to her. Because your mom's in the military, so you can contact her while you're doing this. Colonist is you lived on a planetary colony, and it was attacked by slave pirates, and they killed everyone, took your family, took your friends, everyone died, and you got picked up. This one, I believe you can confront the slavers that did that in one of the games. I'm not sure. I've never finished the game with a colonist. I've done Earthborn and Spacer. I don't think I've ever finished it with a colonist. I always go Earthborn. And Earthborn, you know, you grew up in the really hardened streets. It's the classic story of sci-fi where Earth is just a shithole. Like, you see it throughout, like, all the Gundam animes, or you see it in stuff like Cyberpunk, things like that. Like, Earth is just a shithole. I wouldn't really say a shithole. It's just full of, like, gang and really rougher stuff, since all the higher up people went to space in their colonies and whatever. But so yeah, Earthborn, you start off, you were in a gang growing up, you were orphaned, your parents died, whatever. And the thing for this game is one of your old gang members gets captured and put in prison, and you have the opportunity to help bust him out. So, but I always think that's cool, you know, growing up on the streets, hardened. I always go Earthborn, Spacer, then Colonist. But I've never finished the game as Colonist, so eh. I mean, the Colonist background is really good if you're going for the ruthless personality type. Or backstory. But we'll get into that. So I'm going to go Earthborn.
Confirm psychological profile.
Now these are your types of backstories. Soul Survivor is you were sent to a planet called Akuz. I want to say it's Akuz. And there, your team was lured there by a homing beacon distress signal. So someone sent on an SOS beacon and put it there. When your team got there, a Thresher Maw, which is basically a giant earthworm, slaughtered your entire group, and you're the only one that made it out of there alive. So if you pick this, later down the line, you'll come across the people that did it, and you can confront them. And then you have War Hero, which there was a pirate attack on... Oh, what colony was its name? I forget the colony. I forget the colony's name, but it was, the battle was called the Skillian Blitz. And what happened is that you fended off an entire unit. You were the sole wall between the colony and the pirates, and you held them off until backup arrived. So basically, you were a one-man army, and then eventually you can come across the person that initiated that attack. Ruthless, I forget where this one takes place, but basically your job was to infiltrate, I think, a base or some kind of bunker, and you threw wave after wave after wave of your soldiers at it, all dying. They were just getting absolutely slaughtered. But you eventually overcame the enemy force with numbers, but at the cost of, like, just devastating losses. So the way this one goes is that you're willing to get the job done no matter the cost. And I forget what this gives you. I forget what you have to do if you pick this psychological profile. I'm not sure if you have to deal with the consequences of that, or if you come across whoever you were attacking first. I'm not sure. I always go War Hero. So, we're going to go War Hero.
Military specialization.
Okay, now these are your classes. So, there's basically 3 types of styles in the game. There's weapons, there's tech, and there's biotics. Weapon specialists are the soldier, the infiltrator, and the vanguard. So the soldier is able to use all weapons, no problem. They can use assault rifles, sniper rifles, shotguns, and pistols with perfect clarity. I mean, technically all classes in Mass Effect 1 can use all weapons, but only specific classes can put talent points into those weapons to make them better. Soldier can get all 4. And then down the line in Mass Effect 2 and 3, you get SMGs, submachine guns. So the thing with the soldier is that they are the only ones, or no, them and Vanguard can use heavy armor. I believe Vanguard can use heavy armor. Nope. Soldier in this game is the only one that can use heavy armor. And then they also have moves like Adrenaline Burst. They have the highest shields and health. No, not the highest shields. The highest health bar. Super tanky, super destructive. That's my go-to class as soldier. Then you got the Infiltrator, which specializes in sniper rifles and is more of a backup support role. Like, not a support, but more of a backline fighter. And then Vanguard utilizes biotics to give yourself shields and barriers, and then you charge in with your shotgun. Basically, you make yourself super tanky, and then you blow people away with a shotgun. For the tech abilities, or the tech fighting styles, you have Engineer, Infiltrator, and Sentinel. Engineers forego all weapons techs besides pistols. They can only wear light armor, but they're specially adept at hacking, repairing equipment, decoding, things like that. They can summon drones in later levels. They have different types of tech abilities. Basically, they're kind of like, I want to say, like, the people that use biotics are like space wizards, essentially. They cast spells. Engineer is like an artificer. They also technically cast spells, but they're not on the magic. They're not considered magic. They're considered technology. But they're still kind of like casters. Engineer is the peak of those. He is the most technologically superior of all of them. And then you have the Infiltrator I just explained. And then you have Sentinel. We'll get into him later. And then you have the Biotics, which are the wizards I said. You know, Vanguard, Sentinel, and Adept. Sentinel is the bridge between the two. Between the two Biotics and Tech. Between the two casting styles. So you can do stuff like create little miniature gravity wells that throw people upward, or you can pull people like force pull, or you can shoot gravity balls at people and cause them to fly backward. Gravity magic, basically. The Adept is the peak of that, where you completely forego weapons, you completely forego technology, and you're pure caster. You specialize in pistols, you wear light armor, and you use your biotic abilities like a Jedi or a Sith Master. Just tossing people around. Casting lift, throw, and then eventually down the line you get Ravage or Savage, what I think it's called. You can summon little miniature black holes. You can summon shield barriers around yourself, such and such. I personally like going Soldier, Infiltrator, or Sentinel. I like those. I don't like Vanguard's get in close style with a shotgun. So basically their idea is just to buff yourself with shields and then charge in. Not my style. Adept is nothing but space wizardry. Cool, but I like guns. I mean, it's a shooting game. If I wanted to play a space wizard, I'll play a space wizard. And then Engineer is cool, but I don't know. Not my style, I guess. They're not. All of them are good, flat out. All of them are good. There is no wrong answer, so don't worry about that. But I personally favor Soldier. So for the first playthrough, we're gonna go Soldier. And then eventually down the line we can play, all of them. But for this, we're going Soldier.
Confirm facial identification.
Now, this is male Shepard's default appearance right here. But we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with change. Now, here's why I'm not going to do this with you. Because it's got, like, sliders. Yeah, no thanks. We're not going through this whole thing. We're not going to spend, like, an hour doing this. We could just go preset. No problem. But I already made mine. So that's where the code comes in. You hit the code, copy, put that somewhere to the side, and then when you want to come back, there you go, just paste it. And because save files transfer from game to game, yeah, I'll talk about him. When save files transfer from game to game to complete your progress, it's the exact same. If you don't want to remake your character from scratch, go to the character creator and just hit paste. Paste that code in. Boom, your character's there and ready to go. So this is mine. I didn't want to go with the standard red hair for this one because purple is the only other color option besides like your standard blonde, brunette, black. You get the white grays. I thought about going white, but I was like, I might have my armor do that a lot. So because later games you can change your armor color. So I went with purple eyes, and I gave him a nice big stubbly beard. A few tasteful scars, not bad. I like him. I think he's great. So I saved that code, and this is our Shepard. So, if you want to go through this, well, have fun. It'll take a while.
Profile reconstruction complete.
All right. We are Torbjorn Shepard. You will never be called by your first name. Your first name is essentially just your save file name. You will always be called Shepard. I am an Earthborn. I have the war hero reputation, and I am a soldier. Let's go. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. This is my favorite game of all time. Is Mass Effect Legendary Edition. And yes, I consider all three to be one game. But if I really had to break it down, Mass Effect 3 is my all-time favorite game of all time. Favorite of all time.
Identification confirmed.
We will be playing on Insanity difficulty, the absolute hardest. I have completed this before, no problem, so we will be doing that. I don't have auto level ups. I prefer to level my characters how I feel. Now, there's legendary mode and there's classic mode. Classic mode gives you level 1 to 60. Legendary mode gives you 1 to 30. And I feel like going 60 is a bit much because then you're just overpowered in everything. So I'll worry about that later. I don't think there's respecking, so we really got to be careful. I let my squad use their powers how they see fit. Don't really bother me none. And then, yeah, that's about it. I mean, yeah, you could turn it off or have them just use defensive abilities, but nah. I just let them go to town. If I need them to do something specific, then, I ain't that hard up. This game is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Oh, yeah, this is my mod settings, so 1 second here, I'm going to go through this. Okay, here we go. I just had to go through all the mod settings and make sure everything was as they should be. Yep. All right. Let's do this.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of his family.
Doesn't have one. He was raised on the streets. Learned to look out for himself.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
Elysium, that was
Can't
it.
question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
Yep, basically what happened was we went to Mars, we found remains of an ancient civilization, and there we found technologies that showed us that there was a Mass Effect relay beyond Pluto. And once we went through the relay, we discovered that there was an entire galactic community. And once we discovered faster than light travel, we joined that community. And here we are, like what, 200 years later, something like that?
Relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit.
There he is. There's our boy.
Run has begun.
That is a mass relay. And now you're gonna see what it does.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1,500K.
1,500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Okay, so there's a shit ton to go through what just happened. So we're going to go through it in order. So basically, the Earth Alliance, we're going down the Star Trek route, where all of Earth is united into what's called the Alliance. So every single country, everyone, all of our territories, we are all one humanity. And I don't recall how long it's been since we've been in the galactic community. I want to say it's 200 years, I think. Maybe less. I don't know. So basically, the superior powers in the galaxy right now are the Turians, who was the dinosaur bird-looking dude you just saw. The Asari, which are these blue... I don't know if they have tentacles or whatever. They're these blue alien women. Their entire race is monogendered, which means they look female. They look like women, but they technically don't have a gender because they don't have any other gender. It's just one singular gender, but we'll get into that later. And then there's the Solarians, which are like these really fast-talking, fast-thinking, kind of frog-like people. There are other Aryans like the Volus, the Elcor, the Krogans, the Batarians. But the three major powers are the Turians, the Asari, and the Solarians. So we do not have a seat on the Galactic Council. The Spectres are the military force of the Council directly. They serve... Now, I wouldn't really say they serve their races specifically. They do, but at the same time, their first priority is the galactic community as a whole. The Spectres are the tip-top brass. They are the secret agents. They are the James Bonds. They are the Jason Bournes. They are the ones you send in when you need to get the job done. And because of that, they have a lot of immunity. So, like, for example, Council Spectres, if you go into Council-controlled space, they can pretty much bring, like, weapons into any restricted area. They can access restricted files. They have the clear reign of the Council's permission to do whatever they want. Beyond outright, like, breaking the law, like mass murder. Okay, that's kind of a given. But when it comes to stuff like, oh, I need to access your encrypted files. Oh, well, you don't have the clearance. Okay, well, I'm a Spectre, so yes, I do. So give me the clearance. And only races on the Council can have Spectres from their race, I believe. I don't think you can have a Spectre appointed if you're not on the Council. Or can you? No, wait, yeah, because Shepard becomes a Spectre, spoilers, Shepard becomes a Spectre before the humanity gets a seat on the Council. So I guess, yeah, maybe, I suppose. But anyway, so what you just saw was a Mass Effect relay. That big machine that's floating in space. We went to Mars colony. We found an ancient ruins. And we discovered that there was a Mass Effect relay beyond Pluto in an asteroid belt or something. Or beyond an asteroid belt. We went there. And what Mass Effect relays do is they allow you to FTL jump, which is faster than light travel. It's basically warping. So like in Star Trek, you have the warp drive. But here, you don't. You can't warp drive in this game. You can do impulse drive, which is just cruising. But if you want to warp from one relay to another, you have to go to a relay, and you have to slingshot off of that gravitational reactor. So basically, think of it like a big machine that harnesses the power of a star. And when you get close to it, you launch off towards another Mass Effect relay. So you can't just FTL jump to wherever. You have to go point to point to point. So yeah, you can't just relay yourself into a random location and can't get back. And then you have the game's RPG elements. Now this is the prime reason why this game was so popular. That separates it from the rest. Yes, you have the standard combat, which is awesome. But then you also have the RPG elements where you literally shape the course of the story and characters throughout all three games. So for example, if I kill somebody in Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2 and 3, they will not show up. If I spare them in Mass Effect 1, they might show up in 2. If I spare them again, they might show up in 3. All of it depends on your choices. And that is what makes this game amazing. So for example, the top option is usually the good guy option, which are called Paragons. The bottom ones are usually the bad guys, which are called Renegades. So Paragons are the ones that are the nice guys, they're the gentle ones, they're the ones that are the heroic paladins. The Renegades are like the rogue or barbarian, they're the ruthless kind of kick your ass and get it in gear instead of being nice kind of way. These are the guys that intimidate rather than persuade. And then the neutral answer is, well, the neutral answer. So, what happened is that we got sent on a routine mission, which is just a scouting mission right now. But the Turian that we just saw is a Spectre. Remember, Spectres are like the ultimate military force in the galaxy. And they're sending it out on a routine, just kind of cruising run. So our pilot, Joker, his name is, what's his real name? Moreau? His last name is Moreau. What the hell's his first name? I can't remember Joker's first name. It's not James. It's Miles? I can't remember. But his last name is Moreau. But his name is Joker. So, he is skeptical as to the official story. So, I also believe it's a little weird that a Spectre is on a cruising mission. We're just out here scouting. Nah. Don't add up.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Yeah, that sounds a little pissed off, don't he?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Okay, so see on the right side how it says Paragon +2? It's because we picked 2 Paragon options. Those 2 top sections I told you about, those are usually the Paragon options. The ones on the bottom are Renegade. So think Heaven and Hell. There, up and down. Now what that does is it affects your Paragon score. Now your Paragon score, basically when you come across somebody and you have a high enough Paragon score or Renegade score, a special dialogue option will open up that will allow you to access something. So for example, say for example you were coming across a arms dealer and he had a special type of gun that wasn't on the market and is illegal. If you had high enough Paragon or Renegade points, you could either convince them to give it to you, or you could take it from them by force. But if you didn't have enough points, then you would basically, either confiscate the gun to get rid of it because it's illegal, or you would just let them keep it. But if you have enough Paragon and Renegade points, then you get to keep the gun because you unlocked that dialogue option. Now here's the reason why I switched keyboards. Hopefully this isn't too loud, because this is a game where I have to play with a mouse and keyboard. I will not play this with a controller.
Inspector, they're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged right along with them.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
Any options on the left are usually just additional detail. Options on the right will move the conversation forward towards its end. So these three over here are optional to get a little more information.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
See, and then investigate adds more options like this. So let's talk about that Spectre.
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
Okay, so the First Contact War was when we made first contact with the galactic community. We went to war with the Turians. And the Turians have the largest galactic military. They are the sword and shield of the galaxy. I can't remember who won. I think we fought to a stalemate. I can't remember. My Mass Effect lore knowledge is about maybe 50, 60, possibly 70%. Anything higher than that, and I'm in the dark. But the First Contact War, we fought against the Turians. When we first met them, we were enemies. And that was, like he said, his grandfather fought in it. So I believe the First Contact War was like barely 100, 150 years ago. So right after we discovered the relay, we came across the Turians and we went to war with them. And then eventually we shut that down. So right now, a lot of humans are still prejudiced against Turians because of that reason. So if you ever see someone that's like, yeah, I don't like Turians, that's why. Because they're still feeling the effects of the First Contact War.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
30 years ago. There you go.
Not.
Okay.
But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian.
So we are fresh off the war.
Human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Okay, the stealth system. One of the reasons why this ship is so important is because it's a collaboration between humanity and Turians to make up for the First Contact War. They're trying to build an alliance or a friendly relation, so they built the ship called the Normandy. The Normandy is based on both human and Turian designs combined, and it's the only ship that has the stealth system, which basically means it hides the heat signature of their engines to make them basically invisible to any detectors. To any type of detectors. So it's perfect for infiltration. But basically he talks about Captain Anderson and the stealth system, so I won't bore you with those details.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Okie dokie.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
So we're going to a planet called Eden Prime, and he's been there or has lived there before, so let's ask him about it.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Okay, so why are we going there?
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
You know, it's kind of funny that Spectres are supposedly these big infiltrating kind of... That's why they're called Spectres. They're special tactics and reconnaissance. That's an anagram for that. They're not an anagram, it's a... contraction? I don't know. Yeah, they're called Spectres because they're special tactics and reconnaissance. So basically, they're the scouts and the infiltrators, but they're being sent in on this big ship, and the cover-up is, oh, it's just a shakedown run? It's just a standard get in and out mission? Nah, ain't adding up. Ain't adding up in the slightest.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Alright. As you were, Jenkins.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander. Yes, Commander, is there something you need?
Oh, okay.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
That's Dr. Chakwa. She's your ship's doctor. I mean, you probably could have figured that out on your own. What's up, Nihilus?
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
Remember, we were at war with these guys 30 years ago, so the blood is still fresh.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Uh-huh. And, what are you getting at, Nihilus?
If you've got something to say, just say it.
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Wow, no kidding. We'll give him the renegade option.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
Alright, what's the job?
What's the payload, Captain?
A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Now, the Protheans are a big deal. They were the galactic rulers 1,000 years ago. They owned everything. And then one day, gone. They just disappeared. Poof. Poof, gone. That's a mystery worth looking into.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
50,000 years ago.
Still remains. the mass
See, I told you, 70%.
drives. It's all based on Prothean
It's been a
technology.
while since I played this,
big,
okay?
Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
The Citadel is the heart, quote-unquote, of the galactic community. It's a giant space station where everyone lives. It's the singular point between all races. If you live on the Citadel, you're living the high life. If you're in dealing with politics on a galactic level, you work at the Citadel. The Citadel is the heart of the galaxy. So, yeah, you sound a little worried about this mission.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
Wait, what?
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Damn. So yeah, basically humanity doesn't have a council seat, but they're looking to you to help prove themselves.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
And that is exactly the kind of example that a lot of people should be following right there. And what do you think, Captain?
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Alright. Give me some more details on the beacon.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Terminus systems are outlaw and pirate-controlled territory. That's outside of quote-unquote Council space. Council space refers to any area of the galaxy that is either on the Council or is friendly with the Council. So, for example, Turian, Asari, and Solarian are Council spaces. If we, as a species, join the Council or show ourselves to be trustworthy, we are under the Council space jurisdiction. The Terminus systems are outside that jurisdiction. Those are lawless, pirate-controlled areas. That's where the bad boys play. We're going to the Actian Traverse, which is the southeastern part of the galaxy, which is basically a type of neutral territory. It's Council space, technically, but it's also on the kind of the frontier. It also borders the Batarian system, and the Batarians absolutely hate humanity. They left the Citadel. They're no longer allowed on the Citadel. Batarians basically gave the middle finger to the rest of the galaxy and said, hey, screw you guys, we're going home. That's where we're going. So we're kind of on the edge of Okay, we're not exactly in a safe part of the galaxy here, so let's And then the fourth quadrant of the galaxy is called Geth space. So, to sum it up as short as I can, the Geth are like the Borg from Star Trek. They are sentient robots that were created by an alien race called the Quarians. And then the Quarians were using them as slaves for manual labor, military work, stuff like that. They just saw them as tools. Then once the Geth gained sentience, they went to war with the Quarians out of self-defense because the Quarians were like, oh shit, they gained sentience, we gotta put them down. The Quarians fought them off almost to near extinction and kicked them off their planet. So now the Quarians live in ship fleets. They don't have a planet. They don't colonize. And the Geth control the northeastern part of the galaxy. That's their space now. But we're going to go over all this over 3 games, so don't worry. Not dumping on you now.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Well, trouble in paradise. Literally.
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
No problem, Captain. We got this.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Alright. So, here's your heads-up display. You've got your quick slots for any abilities you may have, which will be down here. So, for example, if I want to have Cadence Throw be up to the number 1 slot, I think I hit... No? No? Okay. No? Okay. Never mind then. Okay, anyway. So yeah, you can pick the weapons of each of your squad members. You can show their health bar, their shields, what powers they have. I currently have none, but we'll be switching to the Lancer. The assault rifle. Alright.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Okay. Sensitivity for the mouse is a little hard, but I should be okay. Gas bags. Clear.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
The camera's a little close. I think I have a mod that takes that out. A recoil dampener and hardened weave. Okay. Now, it'll show you... What is this? Omnigel? You can reduce stuff down to Omnigel. And if you're having trouble with a puzzle or things like that, or repairing destroyed vehicles, you use Omnigel to get past that. So it's a way, it's a helpful way to get rid of useless stuff, useless gear or redundant gear. What do we got? What's going on? Get to cover. Wide open area. Don't want to stand out in the open. Ah, crap. Jenkins! No! Jenkins! Okay, so basically, your gun does not use ammunition. Instead, it has a heating mechanic where if you overheat it, you can't fire for a while. But at the same time, that has a lot of spread. So I'm going to have to level up and reduce the spread so I have more accurate shots. So I can shoot plenty of times because I'm a soldier. So my heating is okay. Plus I have other weapons that I can use. There's also abilities, I think they're called sabotage, where it causes your gun to overheat and you're forced to switch. So if my gun overheated, then I'm forced to switch to another gun until it cools down. Jenkins! Jenkins, no! You bastards!
Ripped right through his shields. You're out of chance.
Damn it.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye, sir.
That was kind of a heartless thing to say. That's not exactly what I meant. I mean, I would have said, oh, he deserves a burial. I mean, yeah, but we're kind of busy right now. So he's just going to have to lay there till we're done. Sorry, Jenkins. Alright, keep it tight. Keep it tight, get down! Gas drones!
I've got some burned
Clear.
buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Cade, move up. I said move up. Crouch down, damn it. Okay, sure, good enough. There it is. Got two of them on radar. Caden, move up. Caden, get out of there! Caden, damn it, get out of the way! Caden Alenko is a sentinel, so he's not very good at straightforward combat, but he is good at both tech and biotic abilities. Wait. Oh, damn. Damn, Caden. All right, cool. Oh God, what's the rally on me? Okay, R. R is the rally on me I have for this one. Alright, we got hostiles in the area. Let's keep it tight. Whoa! Those are Geth. Oh dear. Oh, they fucking Draculaed his ass. Don't worry, we're coming. Caden, Jesus. Damn, Caden. You're doing better than I am, and you're a sentinel.
I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Smells like smoke and death.
Yes, it does. Yo, you alright?
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Well, you want a little payback?
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Atta girl. By the way,
have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Which is odd because all he had was a shotgun. So I don't know what Caden's talking about. Anyway, let's go.
Move out.
Ashley Williams is also a soldier class. So, good stuff. Now let's see here. I don't think I can put any weapon mods on right now.
Beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Okay. Ashley up there. Caden right there. No contact yet. Whoa, contact! Contact! Stop shooting me! Damn spread! Son of a... Ashley, move up! Come here, Biggins. Rally.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
I don't like that you put your weapons away every time the cutscene ends.
I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Alright, we leveled. Let's see here. How do I do this? Alright, squad. Now, let's see here. The first thing you're going to want to do, my recommendation, is you're going to want to put points into Charm and Intimidate. Max them out as best you can. Because that way, you can get the dialogue options right off the bat. As soon as these max out, then start putting points into everything else. Because you never know when you'll come across something that needs these. So we're going to take 3 points, put them into Charm. Yes, I'm doing a Paragon run. Bite me. Next, I recommend putting them into class perks. Or pick out a weapon and then keep putting points until you get an ability that you can use. So for example, Adrenaline Burst resets all cooldowns that I have. So if I automatically use Overkill, then after the time runs out, pop Adrenaline Burst, I can use Overkill again. So with 6 points, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Assault Training gives me additional melee and weapon damage. So that's good. So point. Now I have Adrenaline Burst. Good. Awesome. And my remaining 3 points I'm going to put into Soldier, I believe, for health and health regen. Excellent. Cool. And I can turn my helmet on and off if I want. It's fine. Okay. Now, for Caden, I want to make sure that his... unlock electronics. Or do I want... Basically, decryption helps you open up chests and increases the amount of Omnigel recovered. And it gives you the sabotage ability, which shuts down enemy weapons. Fantastic ability. First aid would also be a good one. Electronics would be a great one. Can't get it now, though. But I am going to slap at least 3 points into Sentinel. I suppose I could just go 4. Yeah, we'll put 4 points into Sentinel. Pistol damage max out. Pistol accuracy max out. Cooldowns go by 8%. Nice. And then we'll put the last remaining 2 points into Decryption, in case we come across any chests that need to be unlocked. Techies are what you need to do that. So if you're coming along a locked chest and you don't have a tech expert on your hand with a good decryption score, you're not going to be able to open that chest. So the key to the game is to bring the right people on the right missions. You always want to make sure to have at least a good balance of combat, tech, and biotic skills. A Sentinel, think of it like a point system. So soldiers are 2 points soldiers. Sentinels are 1 point biotic, 1 point tech. You want to make sure you have at least 1 point in all areas. So for example, I have 2 soldier points. Ashley has 2 soldier points. So we have 4 combat, 1 tech, 1 biotic. That would be okay. That's a good combat-based unit that has options for both biotics and tech. But if you bring along, say, an engineer, a sentinel, and an infiltrator, well, then you've got 3 points in tech, 1 in combat, 1 in biotics. Pretty tech-heavy. Not necessarily useful unless you're going up against a lot of robotic enemies like Geth. So that's the key to most missions. You gotta balance your team out. So for Ashley, I'm definitely gonna make her a tanky one. But she doesn't have any points into weapon skills, so we're gonna give her at least 1 into assault rifles for sure. And then give her adrenaline burst also. And then the remaining points will go into soldier. Make her a little tankier. So now she has overkill, and she also has adrenaline burst. So she's just like me. Except I'm more charming. Alright. Lock in. Okay. Can I modify right now? I can I? I can! Alright, cool. Okay, so... we'll go through all this later. I'm not going to worry about this now. But this armor might be better for Caden. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and switch up the armor at least. Basilisk rifle. Grenades. Okay. Alright, we'll go over that later. So, let's go. So now I have overkill, which lets me use my assault rifle without generating any heat, so I could just pump on the firepower and then drop adrenaline burst, use overkill again, so I can hail gunfire.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
Oh, those humans don't look right. They look a little weird.
Oh god, they're still alive.
No, they're not.
What did the Geth do to them?
Those are husks. Switch to shotguns. They're like zombies. They charge at you. Don't let them get too close. They have a little explosive blast that burns through shields. And they overheated my gun. Damn husks. Alright, switch up. Yep, here's a locked door. This is where encryption comes into play. So as long as you have a techie that knows a good encryption skill, you can do this. Now, the puzzle will go by on a timer, so it'll be kind of fast. Basically what happens is that a circle will form, and you're a little arrow that has to make its way towards the circle while avoiding obstacles. So, like this. If you hit an obstacle, you gotta start over. Just like that. Kind of lame, but hey, no problem. Who's in here?
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What the hell?
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Okay. Now, there's a reason why he's talking like that, and I will explain it after the mission's over so I don't spoil anything. Have you seen the Turian?
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
That is also important. Remember what Manuel... Remember what he just said.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
Okay, now did you see that one renegade option that after I asked what's wrong with your assistant, she said, oh, he's a little bit unstable. There was an option that popped up on the left. If you said, oh, I know how to shut him up, you would have decked him in the face and knocked his ass out, flat out. Just like that. Ah, here we go. But remember what he said. Remember all he was saying. I'll explain it after the mission's over. But it'll be important. All right, let's move.
Saren.
Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Remember what Manuel said? When we asked if they saw Nihilus, he said, I saw the Turian. He was the leader of the enemies. He was talking about Saren. Manuel was trying to warn us. But his mind is too scrambled. And that's for a reason. His mind is scrambled for a reason.
What is that? Off in the distance.
See that, baby?
Shit. Look at the size of it.
Oh, yeah. That is important. Gotta watch the overheat. Shotguns are coming in fast. Yeah, the AI isn't the best. Damn it, I ran out. Yeah, I gotta work on that. So yeah, a lot of this stuff will start coming clear real soon. Anybody else? Okay. There we go.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three
Details,
of us were
man.
working the cross
Details.
when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
It was not.
Felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
Yeah, there's a reason for that, and I will explain that also.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
What kind of packages?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Okay, here's what I was talking about. If you have enough charm or intimidate, which are Paragon and Renegade scores, this is what happens. If you don't have enough points, it'll be grayed out. So because I don't have enough intimidation or Renegade points, I can't use this. But I can charm him because I'm a Paragon, and I put those 3 points into charm, like I told you. If I just say thanks, we'll move on. If I say give it to me, he'll be like, no, because blah, 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 because I need it for protection, or because I don't want you to rat us out, or blah, blah, blah. Or because it says, is that all?
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole?
Bingo.
What's his name?
I think we get an extra weapon mod out of the deal.
Trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
See, here it is again. I not only got the pistol, I also got a weapon mod for it, and I can pump him for a little bit more information.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Let's look inside here. Yep, see, I got the pistol and the upgrade. That is why you put points into Charm and Intimidate, whichever one you prefer, not both. And then you, blah, blah, blah. Now, here's something right here. See how it says Electronic Skill 2 low? Well, let's take a look at Caden. Caden has nothing in electronics because we didn't put the point into this. Because we put our 4 points into Sentinel, now we don't have enough points for the electronic perk, which would have opened this up. And then if we had a second point, we could put it into Overload. So what happens is when you hit these little circular ones, it unlocks the one below it. And then you can put points into that skill. Same for here. If I want to be good at shotguns, I have to level up pistols to level 4. If I want to be good at sniper rifles, I got to level up assault rifles to what? 4, 5, 6, 7. Same for all these. So that's why we can't open this. And we can't come back to Eden Prime, I don't think. So this is lost. But if I didn't have anyone with tech abilities on my party at all, then there's absolutely no way we could open this thing. So that is why techies are important, because they can open chests. Biotics are really good because they can burst through enemy shields, and they have excellent crowd control by lifting or throwing people around. Hey, do you two mind not playing around? We got stuff to do. Let's go. Wait. Fine. Looks like I'm on my own. Lone wolf. Here we go. Nihilus!
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Sure, okay. Ooh, medical kit. Nice. Nihilus!
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Oh.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
Yep,
I'm
no
sorry,
playing
I was
nice.
hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
Wait, what? What do you mean, other one?
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Wait a minute. What were you doing behind the crates?
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Eh?
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
Okay. That's a difficult situation to digest. But at the same time, I mean, that's fate. You never know when something like that might save your life. You never know. I mean, who could have predicted an attack? The fact that this man is lazy, the fact that he went off to take a nap at that exact time, saved his life. Ain't that crazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
Fate's cruel like that, but hey. It happens. But your friend Cole mentioned you, Powell.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks. For the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Well, you see, thinking at it from a logical standpoint, there might be a reason why they're sending armed soldiers and loading shipping crates full of grenades to your planet. Don't you think that's a little suspicious? Especially out here on the frontier where the Batarian slavers are like right down the road. Look, I understand his point. Out in the middle of nowhere, Eden Prime is seen as a paradise planet where everything's perfect and hunky-dory and peaceful. But you know what? Sometimes shit goes south. And you have to be prepared for these kinds of things. I understand where he's coming from. They won't need him. Nothing happens here. Well, boom. Remember the age-old quote. It's better to have something and not need it than to need something and not have it. Well, they certainly would have needed those grenades.
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander's here, pal. Hand over those grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
There we go. See? Now we got some special grenades out of it.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
We got high explosive grenades. Nice. Which I'm going to put on right now. High X. All right, let's do this. Oh, Jesus, Ashley, you scared the shit out of me. Come on, shields, regenerate. There you go. Heads up! Ashley, sniper rifle. Damn it, kill stealer. They slap down barriers. Missed. Okay. I used the wrong ability. I was trying to use the one where you don't have the heat up, but that's only for assault rifles. So I was using ability burst on an ability I didn't have. Let's see if I can. Just above. Gotcha. Damn it. Move up. Gotcha. Stop shooting my shields. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yes. I'm awesome. Oh. Way. Gotcha. It's the little things you gotta look out for. Switch up. Hustle, people, hustle. There's the run button. All right. Saren.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
All right, bomb defusal time. Bring it on, scrap metal. Let's go.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Working on it. Guard me. Let's go. on, I got my shields. I got my shields. We're good, we're good. They're coming in fast. Come on, guard me. No time to be peaceful and snipe them. Go. Damn it, I hate those shields. See how little damage I'm doing? Because my freaking sprint's terrible. Hide in the corner. Oh yeah, you have to put out jamming signals to jam the map in the bottom right. Ashley, damn it! What the? Ashley! Get in the cover! Damn it! Come here, big boy. What the? Kill stealer. Got it. I see a husk spike, so that means shotguns. Come on, rally up. Ooh, that's terrible. We're setting ducks out here. Assault rifles. Covering fire. Cover me, I'm going in. Yeah. There you go, got rid of that. Rally up. Nice. All right. Now, don't go straight for the beacon. Don't go straight for the beacon. You gotta come down here. Storage locker. Yep. All right, Caden, do your thing. Nice. We'll look over all that later. That level's pretty much done. All right. Yeah, here's another one. Yeah, you can move with the mouse to move the arrow left and right, and then you press W on your keyboard or forward on whatever, probably controller, to move it upward. So all you gotta do is dodge the blocks. Yeah, there it is. Nice. All right, now we can go to the beacon. Do a little awkward little butt run here. Now, going all the way back to Manuel, remember how he was talking all crazy like? He saw our doom and destruction and our... And oh, wait a minute, there's one more over here. Hey, see? Gotta keep your eyes open. Remember how he was all about, oh, doom and destruction, blah, 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 blah. Well, then you have this. Because he touched this. He saw what Saren saw.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is
Request immediate
amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
What the? Ashley! Ashley, get out of there! Whoa! Get out of here, it's mine! I'm the main character! No, he's doing exactly what a superior officer should be doing, protecting his squad. Great. Now I'm gonna be crazy like Manuel. Fun fact, if you're a male Shepard, it's Ashley that looks at the beacon. If you're a female Shepard, Kaidan is the one that looks at the beacon and you have to throw him out of the way. Meanwhile, in space...
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Another fun fact, that Asari right there is voiced by, oh god, what's her name? Mariana Sirtis. She was
Dr.
Deanna
Tuckwad,
Troy
I
in
think
Star
he's waking
Trek
up.
The Next Generation. Fun fact. Yep, that's her. That's Deanna.
You had us worried there, Shepard.
Doc,
How are you feeling?
how's my hair?
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Now, I'm not going to just pick the Paragon options straight up. I always roleplay through these. So I'm going to pick whatever option I feel fits best for the situation, which is why I picked that. I'm not just going to keep picking the Paragon option over and over. But fuck that. Nah. Don't worry about yourself, Williams. You didn't know.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Cool.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Yeah, understandable considering, our history.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador, and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
So, that's where we are now. The Council's top Spectre has gone rogue, and has sided with a strange enemy force that comprises of mostly Geth. Oh, by the way, there's a doctor thing here for Metagel. And we have to convince the Council to not only see him as a threat, but to take away his Spectre status, and we have to, talk to them about what would just happen with us. So, now for the second half of this game. The first half is the combat, puzzle solving, story, and otherwise. The second half is the socializing and interaction with the characters and the crew and relationship building. So, for example, in this game franchise, I should say, there are romance options. That's right, your dear Shepard can fall in love. But there are some things you need to keep in mind. The game will remember who you have spent time with, what your relationships are, blah, blah, blah. So, for example, Ashley here is a romance option for male Shepard. Unless you have a mod. But anyway, if you romance Ashley and then go to game 2, you can either rekindle that romance or pursue a different one. Or hell, you can even pursue a different one in this game. So what happens is it functions based on like real life logic. If you try to date her and then another person in your crew, they will confront you and they'll be like, hey, you need to choose one. And then whichever one you don't choose, their relationship with you will drop. And then you can't rekindle a romance with them unless it's like in the next game. So you can carry... Ashley's one of the few romance options you can carry through all 3 games. So is Caden. Now Caden, originally he was female-only Shepard, but they wanted to give him some same-sex options. So they made him a romance option for male Shepard in game 3. But there are mods out there to change that, so don't worry about that. But the romance options for 1 are Caden, Ashley, and a Asari named Liara. She is the gender-neutral option. She can romance anybody because their species, well, they do that. But we'll get into that later. But basically, if I was to date Ashley now, and then down the line I found someone else that I preferred or would rather be with a relationship with, Ashley will remember that. And she'll comment on it. So, like, for example, if I dated her now, and then in game 2, she said, oh, hey, I found out you're with blah, blah, blah. She'll either question, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You can either break it off with the person you're already after and rekindle with Ashley, or you can tell Ashley, sorry, hey, I moved on. Character growth in these games is awesome. But at the same time, you have to be careful because some romance options aren't available until some games. So, for example, if I didn't romance Ashley now, that would mean I'm still single. So in game 2, where there's a different romance option, I can pursue that one and not have to worry about cheating on somebody or breaking up with them. So you really got to assess your options. If nobody appeals to you, then just wait. You don't have to go into a romance with somebody. There are plenty of other options. But if you do romance somebody, there will be consequences if you decide to break off from that. So,
I'm glad you're okay, Commander.
keep that in mind.
The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Oh yeah, the Star of Terra is the award that Shepard got for the Skillian Blitz. And if you actually read the comics, yes, this game has comics. Ashley Williams actually is a really good soldier. She is tough.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
There we go. So, open up the doors a little bit. Hey, what's up, Doc?
I'm glad to see you're feeling better, Commander.
Nothing too big. Just some lore options.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Ah, yes, Shepard's catchphrase, I should go. Nice. That's my locker, by the way.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Not much from him at the start. Technically, we're still in the tutorial, so. I remember the SR1. This ship version is really confusing to navigate. It takes a little bit to get used to it. I think, especially because they change it up in 2 and 3. So. Oh yeah, the nav computer. A little bit of experience here and there. So, we gotta tell Joker we're headed to the Citadel.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Yep, we're gonna get a prime look at the heart of the galactic community. There she is, the Citadel.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
The Destiny Ascension.
Well, size isn't everything.
That's
Why
an
so
Asari
touchy,
ship.
Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Hey, what's up, kitty? What? What?
This is an outrage!
Uh-oh.
The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
Hey, babies.
They were not happy
Thank
about
you.
it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
You see, you notice how Anderson cares about, oh, well, Saren's a threat, but all Ambassador Udina cares about is me getting into the Spectres. He's after humanity's interests. He doesn't care about defending anything. He doesn't care about, oh, hey, there's a big military threat that's a pretty big deal. No, don't care. We need a Spectre. We need a human Spectre. We need to get on the Council. He's obsessed with power. So keep that in mind. Argos Row Cluster. Patrol schedule for the sector. Right, got it. Okay, anyway. We're going to end it here for now. And then when we come back, we will continue on with the Mass Effect trilogy. Next up, the Citadel. See ya! Oh man, that was awesome! I love Mass Effect. It's got everything from cool combat to amazing story and characters. Now that's how you make a good game. We're going to be playing a lot of this, so I hope you're ready for it. And like I said, I'm going to be putting the list of mods I use on the bottom in the description. So if you're wondering what I'm using, or if you're playing the game yourself and wondering, hey, that's not in the game, how did he get that? Chances are it's because of a mod. So be sure to check the description if you're confused on anything. Other than that, oh man, I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, Mass Effect Trilogy is my absolute favorite game of all time. So, oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Oh, I'm so excited.